Hey guys! So, I figured with the weather turning colder, and usually this is the time of the year that I switch into like heavy reading mode. I don't know, I tend to read more series and more like involved books during the wintertime and the cooler months. Like I generally read like fantasy or like heavy sci-fi or something. Um, Summertime is kind of more light, lovey-dovey, contemporary, fun new releases and like single books that come out. But I think I'm getting ready to start diving into the longer reading season. This video is going to pretty much be the series that I own, either all of the books or most of the books in the series that I have not read and I would like to. So I guess this video is going to be kind of a video of shame for me because I own many books that I have not read. I also have started many series and not gotten beyond like the first or second book. So I'm just going to show you guys pretty much where I'm at with series and kind of see what you guys think I should get to sooner rather than later. So here we go. So I'm going to start with series that I haven't started at all yet, I guess. Yeah, as in I've read 0 of these books that I own. So the first series that I own, as far as I know all of the books, is the Nightshade series, trilogy, and then the spin-off novels by Andrea Kramer. These are werewolf books. I think I've tried to start Nightshade many a time and just never got into it, but I liked the books and I found them for fairly cheap at some point in time, so I bought them. The next few books are actually just duologies, so I don't think it's as bad as owning an entire series and not reading it. It's only 2 books, but that is the Anna Dressed in Blood and what is this? Girl of Nightmares by Kendare Blake. I think this is just kind of like a haunty, ghosty type story. I've owned these. This is actually the arc of this book, so I clearly have owned this for way too long to not have read it. So I'm kind of hoping to get to this soon because this is still like Halloween-y and creepy. The next 2 books are also a duology, so again, not terrible, but that's Incarceron and Safik? Safike? I have no idea how to say this. I pretty much just bought these straight on cover appeal because I love the covers of these. I have no clue what these are about, but they're by Catherine Fisher, and I've heard really good stuff about these books, so I should probably read them, right? That's the plan that came with buying them. The next trilogy that I have not gotten to is the Trill trilogy by Amanda Hocking. It's Switched, Torn, and Ascend. To be honest, I have no clue what the series is about. I think it's kind of magical. I see the word changeling thrown around on the back of these, so I'm guessing some sort of paranormal romance occurs because that's what YA is all about. But I own all 3 of them. Have not read them. The next trilogy I have is The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer trilogy. I have no idea how to hold up a trilogy. It's these 3 books by Michelle Hodkin. Now I remember when this book came out, and this was like one of the books that was big that year. Like I remember everybody having to have this on the release date. And then as far as I know, it just kind of petered out. Everybody kind of read the second one, and then a lot of people never even got to the third one. It just sounds really appealing. I know it's kind of like a psychological thriller, and the girl who is the main character is going insane, and it's told from her perspective, so that sounds really appealing to me. But I haven't read them, and I should, because I own all 3 of them in hardcover, so one day. The next series I'm not super late on. It's still a fairly new series, but that is the Grisha trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, and I just got these, so I'm not super behind on it, but I kind of am excited that 6 of Crows just came out so that I can possibly just marathon straight through this world, because I know these are a complete story in themselves, but I think the 6 of Crows takes place in the same world, so I would like to kind of just like dive into these and then straight into that. So these will probably actually happen very soon. The next series I've had kind of for a while, and I've gotten various copies of them, but that's like the Poison Study, Fire Study, and Magic Study. I think Poison Study, I believe, is the first one. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these are by Maria V. Snyder, and these are clearly not matching covers, and I have yet to find any sort of matching set of these, but I've heard nothing but good stuff about these books, so if you guys know anything, let me know if I should get to these soon, because, I don't know, they look good. Everyone says good stuff about them, and I'd like to read them. I have them, so I should, right? The next trilogy I don't have all of them, so I feel like that's kind of my excuse, but I have these two. It's Behemoth and Goliath. I don't have Leviathan, but these are by Scott Westerfeld, who is one of my favorite authors, so I'm pretty much just waiting until I find a hard copy version of Leviathan to kind of sneak into this series, but they're beautiful covers, and they're the tall, pretty, shiny books. And I know they're steampunky, and everybody who has read them loves the story of these, so I want to read them. This next series, if you've watched my videos, you know that I kind of have a bitterness about this, but it is the Monstrumologist series by Rick Yancey. As you can tell, this is my issue that I have going on. I loved this cover. It's awesome. It is so fitting to the story, and I've read the first one. I read this when it came out, and I loved it, and then they did the switcheroo on the covers, which, ugh. But I finally got them, even though I was bitter about it. I finally got them, so I feel like I should read them now, but I haven't yet. So that's where this stands, is unmatchy and unread. This next series that I have also read the first one, but not the second two. That is the Ashes trilogy by Ilsa J. Bick. This is the first one. I read this as a NetGalley, I believe, when it came out, and I loved it. This is everything that you want a zombie YA book to be. It's gruesome, it's dark, it's gory. And for some reason, I picked up these next two because I was like, oh look, the covers match. I might as well get them while the covers match. And then I never read them. Story of my life. It's the same situation with this series, the Across the Universe, A Million Suns, and what is this? Shades of the Earth. Why would you do this? But these are by Beth Revis. This is a very sci-fi-ish series, and I have read the first one. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good, and I was ready to pick up the second one. Don't know what happened. Never did. And then they did this. This happened. Bitter. The next series I have pretty much because I got a really cheap box set of it, and I don't know why I never got to it. I think I was growing out of the appeal when it came out. But that is the Vampire Academy series by Rochelle Mead. I don't know, I think I just kind of got vampired out when these came out because this was kind of in the midst of the Twilight phenomenon, and I think I just couldn't take any more vampires at that time, which is why I never got to it. But everybody loves these, and everybody loves the Bloodline series, so I feel like I need to get to these, but maybe I just need to give myself some time apart from the paranormal romance genre for a while before I could get back to these. But I just picked up a box set of these for super cheap, so maybe I'll get to them. Now this next series is the last series, and I saved the worst for last. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I am so sorry that I have not gotten to this. I don't know why I'm apologizing, but I just feel like I need to, but I know I'm missing the City of Ashes. I haven't found it in hardcover yet, but I have not read these, and I'm pretty sure I'm like the last person in the world to have not read these. And on top of that, I have also not read these, but clearly I have all of them except one, so I feel like I need to get to. Especially now that the Shadowhunters TV series is starting to get really exciting and new and everybody's talking about it coming out. So maybe I should finally get to these because it's been a long time coming and I have steadily accumulated them over the past few years. So I have no excuse anymore to have not read them. So that is it for my unread series that I own. I feel like I just had like a heart-to-heart with you. I feel like I just got things off of my chest that I was holding back from you. But if you saw anything in this video that you have read and you think I should get to like ASAP, leave it in the comments or let me know because I want to get to a bunch of these this coming season, but I just kind of am overwhelmed with what I have and what I'm in the mood for. So feel free to kind of push me towards something. So that's going to be it for me this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!